Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 17th of December 2019. Today we're going to run through a bunch of pairs and have a look at some levels. Okay, so if we have a look at this here, we have major high, opposing low, and price is currently reached here. Okay, so the beginning of the sell zone is here. Okay, so you want to look above here for places to sell. I marked this area off because I think we'll probably have a little bit of a bounce here. I'm not breaking a rule, but I'm just going to give this a shot simply because of the way price rallied, accumulated for a very limited amount of time, and then moved south. So I think that's worth taking a shot at. But if this one fails and we want to look higher, and if we use this thing here, we kind of draw this up for us. We go like that, and then we use our triangles. So the buy zone is from the low to the high, and the sell zone is from here to here. I should actually automate this, that'd be pretty cool, like that. Then we can focus on areas that we want to sell at. So you can see we've got something here, and to buy at, we don't really have a whole lot to buy at, do we? Maybe the origin down here, which is pretty close to this bit here. So, I mean, we can kind of sell here, or we can sell higher, or we can buy lower, and I'm looking to buy quite a lot lower down here, as you can see. If we have a look at that, we have this mark of the whole area from here to here. So the buy zone, or the sell zone, will start from the high to the low, which is here, and the buy zone is, sorry to get the color right, green, from here to here. So I like this, very nice rejection, how price kind of like shot down and then left, very nice. Selling, yeah, selling, I mean, we have this up here. We also have this one up here, which I like, but I think that we have some pretty interesting areas to buy at. Can't really see them here, but let's have a look. If we zoom out, there's not a lot going on here. I mean, there's just one that jumps out at me, and that's this one here. There's a very nice area to buy at, just here. Okay, I like that very much. Just a very nice price. Bottomed out, we rallied, we accumulated, and then we shot up north, and price has not been back here since. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting area. So what we could do is we could tell the robot, you know what, robot, I want you to trade there. Zoom in a bit, maybe scroll back, and you go like that, and you can see it pretty clearly here. There's a lot of mess around here, as you can see, so we could do something like that. So the robot, well, the robot wants to trade up here, of course. You can see the box, so we're going to see what the size of this is. Actually, we can't see on that tool. Okay, we have that. How big is it? It is 102 pips. So we go over here. Let's measure the size of this one. There it is. 102, 117. So we want to set this to about 2, to about 3. Like that, and that should do it. So I'm just going to flick it on, let it trade. Change the magic number. So it grabs it. Do your thing, Mr. Robot. There we are. So now we go back here, and we just drag it over to where we want it. And we can see it's down here. So this is 4 micros. What does the robot says? The robot says 4 micros as well. That works out just fine. So I like that. So we have a 1-to-1 here, 1-to-2, and we'll leave that on there. So we've got that. Okay, let's do this and that, and then let's go on. We reset this. Good. So we go to the next one here. Disable this. What do we have here? We have this. I like this. I like how price kind of just went up, sideways, and then down. That was very, I mean, there was quite a lot of push from this area here. So we have a strong, we have a nice significant high, a significant low, and price is up here. The beginning of the sell zone is where it's here. So this is, we start selling this point and higher. Okay, so we have that. If we do our little thing again, we'll go like this. Just I like this because it really helps us to know where we are. I normally draw these manually where I have my midway point. This is a sell zone, and this is the buy zone here. Okay, so when price moves back up here, and you can see we're moving lower. So when price moves up to here, this is sell territory. This is an interesting high. This is the most recent low, and price has kind of come back. It's come back to the 50%. So I'm thinking when we got up to this area here, which is a high or low, we're going to start to see some selling. And if we do this, so we're buying from here and higher, and we're selling from here and lower, what do? Well, we have a nice area of demand here. We have a nice area of demand here. Not so interesting. And supply wise, we have this, which was tested a couple of times. But this might be interesting. You look in there, you could probably find some kind of a supply you could get involved with, and ultimately we have the origin of this whole move here, which is where I'm targeting for an entry. So that's what we have there. Let's see, let's go to the American dollar, Japanese yen. That's what's going on in the big time frames. You see we're kind of messing around between this low and these highs here. You can see the price has actually managed to kind of come up to here a couple of times. And so ideally we want to be trading above there. So if we zoom in and you eyeball this area, you can see that it's here. Been tested quite a few times, isn't it? Okay, and so this is a tough one. I feel inclined to sell higher because of this. But if we just follow the process being identify a major low, major high, current low, which is here. So this is the beginning of the buy zone. We knew that here and here and here. So price reacted to this demand, and now we're moving high. So I think I'd entertain an attempt to buy here, because you notice that the box it's solid, so it has not been tested yet. So if price managed to come back here, then I would be keen on buying and following that higher as well. Okay, so that'd be pretty interesting. But for selling, I mean, keep in mind here that we are kind of stuck in this little range here, and the reason I chose this is because we have a supply here, demand down here, and price is kind of trading between the two. We do have this area of fresh supply, monthly supply that is formed. The price left quickly. We tried to get to it, we failed, and now we're maybe going to have another push up into it in anticipation that we move back down towards these lows here. So we don't know yet what's going to happen, but that's what we have there. Okay, and notice here we're on the monthly chart, but even though we're on the monthly chart, we can still get several trades a week because we're just going to look at more instruments. Okay, good. Pound, American dollar. What are we doing here? Well, there's something that's interesting here that we have to be careful of. Careful selling. We have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, expecting price to go further than this. Okay, so we have to be careful selling, as I've marked off here. And this is interesting because if we look from the high to, oops, wrong thing, this one, from the high to the low, I mean, this is pretty close to the very extreme of the sell zone. If we zoom in, you can see we have this just really nice kind of rally, 3 months of accumulation, and then a drop in price. So this is super interesting to us here. Okay, we do have, oh, this is nice. This is such a nice area here because price rallied. Okay, went sideways, then we rallied. This is like the origin of this entire move. That's a big one. It's a very, very big one. But I like this one here. Let's go to see what's on the small time frame. And notice here that the robot like this, but looking at this, I mean, I'd feel much more comfortable getting involved around here. Just a very nice push away here. So what I'm doing, I kind of cheat the robot into taking the trade is I want it to trade only in line with the interest rate swaps. So I go like this. Where is it? True. 0. That's going to only look for shorts. Good. So it's got that one there. I want this one to be the size of that one. So if I go like this, say I want it to be a little bit bigger, so maybe 2 times more. So if we put this to 4, then they should be about the same size. So you go from here, that's about 320, 400. Yeah, that's close enough. Go like that. Okay, so if we now say, okay, robot, you're allowed to take that trade, we go like that. Cool, then we move it up here. See, we're pretty close. You got that there. Okay, risking not a lot, and we have a huge, a really big departure from this area. This is a whopping great area, so I'm pretty confident that we're probably going to get down to at least here because of the way the price left. And this is just, look at the black space since this area was established. Super area. I don't like the fact that price came up here and then down and up again, and that kind of makes me a little bit nervous, because price, when the first time it happened, it kind of cleared out stuff. So what you can do is you go to the smaller time frame and have a look, and you can see that we have, you could probably move it up to here. I don't think we're going to get past here. I think I'll leave it at that. Okay, cool. So you got that there. Boom, put that on the monthly, go to the next one. Where are we? Pretty messy, but we're reacting off monthly supply. That means that we want to be selling until we hit opposing demand, and we have demand here. Okay, it's been tested once, so I'm thinking we'll probably go back down to here. We also have this area here. This might be a nice, interesting area to buy it or to take profit out. But if you have a look at this, I positioned the robot, grabbed this one. I think this is the weekly area. The weekly area, no, it's a daily area. So we have 2 periods: departure, accumulation, then move up to it. So we have like a rally, a distribution of liquidity to move price lower. We also have this one up here. So what we could do is we could take this, because this is essentially the slingshot was pulled back to here and then released. So if we go to the 4 hour, you'll probably see that clearer, and you can see it here. Our price on this time frame is not very pretty, is it? Our price went up, went down, slingshot, and then departure. Yeah, I don't feel right. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. Can't fiddle too much. We'll leave it at this. Okay, not sure how nice. I don't like that area that much, but I do like the way the price departed from this area here. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna put a 1-to-1. I'm not gonna fiddle. We'll see what happens once price gets there. I'm thinking let's probably go deeper into this area here, which we can probably see if we go here. Yeah, let's do that. That's where the slingshot was pulled back to before price finally left. Okay, so we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. It's a tough call, that one. Leave on the daily. Go back to this one, see what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. It's trading a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we have this really nice departure here. I really like this one. Why isn't that in? I like this one a lot. So this we could have maybe 2.5 or 3 times the size. We don't need 4. We do need to be in line with the interest rates. So we'll put this to true. Put this to 0. We'll say we want to be 3 times. Then we're going to get this one up here a bit smaller. And I'm going to put this one on as well. Got to change a magic number so it grabs this one, like so. And then we say, I'm thinking maybe 2.5 times. We don't need to get too silly. 2.5 times. 2.4 times the size. Let me say go. So the robot now just going to run through. And then first of all, it's going to run through all the positions that the pending orders we currently have open. It's going to analyze risk. It's going to tell us what we are allowed and are not allowed to trade. And then like this one here that stops just above here. Okay, I'm just going to go like this. We need some like this. Right, we'll let it do that. That's a really nice departure. A little bit more gap there. That's what we have there. We also have this one here. Price pull back and then massive departure. We could see a little reaction here. Maybe a bit of a greedy one there. Let's leave it at that. That's a 18. We'll leave it at that 1-to-1 for the time being. We have like a lot of stuff going. This is too far away from price. We're going to take that off. Okay, so we have that like that for the time being. Let's reset the robot. Boom. You see how I'm using the robot? It's pretty mechanical. Then again, I know what I like to use it for. Clear that. We look at this, and you kind of think, is this an interesting area? Not terribly. Let's first look on the monthly. Ooh, we're poking into monthly demand. Is that important? Yeah, man, that's really important. So you don't want to get too silly about that. But what we could do is we could get involved with this here. I think these are probably the same area. This one and the daily. Yeah, they're pretty close, aren't they? And so I'd be keen on flicking the robot on. And I have to have it do, let's do 3 times, 3.5, 3.2 areas. I flick it on, and I slide it up to the next area, which is here. Like that. Like that one. Matter of fact, we don't need that much. Put 3. And it'll plop it on there, and I drag it up. I'll just do it over here so we have the rectangles. Boom, like that. That's much better. Like that one. This is too messy and silly. This is a rally, distribution of liquidity, and then a sharp departure. That's a nice one. And where's the target? I'll move it around here, we'll see. Okay, kind of the beginning of the buy zone here. Demand down here. Like that. And you can go like that, just above these highs here. See, supply, tested, rip through it. Probably something around here. So we'll leave it like that. We'll turn it off. You're Aussie. Let me remove all of these objects. There's so many. Okay, so go on the monthly. Where are we? Getting close to the supply. Want to sell there. Monthly supply, we're pretty close. I'm hoping we'll get up there soon. Then we'll move down. Next one. Oh, it's tinier. Go to the weekly. Yeah, this is pretty messy. Don't really like these. I certainly don't like this. What's this? What was I looking at? Ah, okay, I was looking at this one here. But according to my rules, that's not allowed, is it? For the reasons I'm going to elaborate on now. High, low, current price. Okay, sell. Buy. Am I allowed to buy in here? Am I allowed to buy in there? No, I'm not allowed to buy there, so I'll have to wait. Okay, so this one's coming off. Remove it. Not like this one here. It's almost been tested a couple of times. I'm gonna have to hack this a little bit to make it do what I want. So, okay, so let's see. That's not going to do it because there's too much supply here it wants to grab a hold of. It's probably going to try and sell this one here, I think. Or that one there. This one looks pretty interesting as well. I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to fiddle with it. If you have to force it, then it's not what you want. So I'm going to leave it. Okay, I'm going to do nothing there. The euro, Japanese yen. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Okay, look at this. The price went down here and we gapped down, we closed the gap, and then we left. I like that a lot, and so I'm looking to sell from that area there. We have 2 areas of supply. This one here, which was tested once, almost twice, and we're getting close to that one. Then we have this one above price, which I really like. And if we go down, look at that, you can see it pretty clearly. That's a little price nodule. Price came down, then cut away like that. That's pretty interesting, I think. I really like that. Yeah, I like that quite a lot. So if we, yeah, I like that. So what we can do is we can move that up there. Okay, price went up, moved sideways, moved down, continued, and then just cut. And then all originated from here, so I'm going to leave that on there. Opposing demand, so far it's here, but it could be somewhere up here depending on what price looks like when it gets there. Pound franc, oh look at that, got close to that one, didn't it? Let's go to the monthly. That's what I saw. I saw this monthly demand here. I like this massive rejection. Price went down, moved sideways, and now it's gone up. So if price would come down, it would probably have a bit of a bounce in this area of demand here, and maybe move price to this. There's a pretty nice profit margin there. I'll put it just below there, just below the highs. Where it is fine. I like that. It's a pretty interesting area right there. Pound Aussie. So you've got the same thing. Bullish the pound currencies. Nice little kind of moving down, sideways and away. Here, a lot of trading here, but we'll leave it on. It's just below here. It's not pretty as when you go down to the weekly chart, but it is kind of below. It's kind of towards this base here. Maybe there's clarity on the daily. No, not a lot of clarity on the daily. That's a tough call, that one. I like this one here better. Actually, have a look at that. Yeah, I like that one better. So I'm just gonna say, alright then, you do what you want to do. It likes that one as well, so I'm gonna let it trade that. You put this one here, 2, maybe is that 3 times the size of that. Yeah, gotta be a little bit careful because we are approaching this opposing side. A nice area here, a decent area here, big departure. Probably gonna find something that's closer up here. If we have a look on the weekly, maybe you can see it. Hey, there it is. Right there. I have a bearish engulfing right there. 1, 2. That's a pretty nice area. So I'm gonna say, go away. I'm gonna tell it that I only want it to sell. True. 0, and see what it finds. Yeah, I mean that's good enough. I'll tell it that's great. I can move it down here. Okay. There you go to the daily and have a look. Yeah, you know that's okay. Price went up, sideways, moved up, moved sideways, tested an area, and then went down. So this is a price sensitive area just here. So we'll leave it at that. We'll move it at 1 to 1 for the time being. Cool. Let's see what happens once price gets up there, you know. That's the upper edge. Here. That's better. That's better. Alright. Pound CAD, same thing. Nice area there. Pound Kiwi. Yeah, like this one here. Price went down, went up, sideways for one period, and then left. There's no demand until down here ish. We'll see. Because currently we're gnawing away at this here. I think the price will probably come away from that at some stage and move back down into here before it figures out what it's going to do. Enough pound pairs. Aussie Kiwi. I'll react to this nice supply. Now we're coming back down to this one here. It's a pretty big one at the bottom here. And the robot will probably wants to sell it there. I don't blame you, I want to sell it there too. This one is closer to price, but it'll take a while for price to work out, and then we'll be paying swaps. Not a lot, mind you, but we'll be paying swaps down there nonetheless. Let's keep going. I like this one here. So we'll have to tell the robot that it's okay to trade against the swaps, and it'll find that nicely, I think. I know why. It's because this 3. Now it'll find it there. That's a great area. Let's do 2 times. Okay, 1.5 times the size. And we'll say go for it. Let it do it. I like that very much. Price shot down, came back, we didn't quite get into that, and then we left. And yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty interesting up there. Yeah, that's a decent area. Aussie CAD. What's going on there? What am I looking at down there? So there was a daily area there. Yeah, it's a little bit too low. So if we look here, we have our high, low, current thing. We got another one here. So we have a couple of ones we could fiddle with. Let's go to the weekly to find clarity. Yeah, we'll take the first one because this is a nice departure here. Notice that there was a gap right there, and the robot saw that, said yes please, so I'm going to allow it to do that. It's also swap short, so I'll leave that. I like that a lot. That's far up as well. So if we see how far we are, go from here to here. I mean, we're pretty far. We're just around the 79%, 75%. Okay, so we're pretty far up. We're certainly, once the price comes up here, we'll be above the midway point, so we're definitely in sell territory. Okay, and the sell side of the market is on this side of the low, between the high and the low, and the buy side is down here. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I like that area a lot. Let's go to the daily and have a look. Yeah, I mean, that looks okay, I think. Price came here, we tried to get up to it, we didn't, so I think if price tries to have another go, then it should be all right. There's another, you can see this as well, which I like. That's very nice. This is also very nice. So a couple of nice areas. Thinking. I like that one the best. That's nice. If we look here, we can go like this. Okay, we're going to get to the top here. I like to be the top of these bits, so no messing around in the middle there. Cool, let's go to Aussie Singapore. See, now I've got Singapore in dollars because I opened the bank in Singapore, so I have to be a little bit careful about Singapore in dollars. I've got to keep an eye on at least. We'll go 1 times the size. We're going to say, take that one. I'm going to go for it. I'll let it trade that. Let's have a look. Ah, I wanted to trade that early, didn't it? So this is the one it wanted to trade. This is fine. This is fine. I prefer, I mean, the weekly level has precedence over the smaller one. Wait, what am I talking about? Here, sorry, wrong pair. Rally, distribution, liquidity, and then boom. Nice area here. Price has not been back there. We tried once, and another attempt would be nice. Negative swaps as well. Let's go to the Aussie franc. Well, half an hour already. Okay, this is my last one. Then I'm gonna get out. We have another short thing going on there. Let's see at the monthly where we are. We're very low. We're very low. Haven't been this low before. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It can keep going low. So it doesn't mean you should sell just because you're low. But it does mean that you want to be sure about what you're doing. And there's nothing that leaps out at me besides this one here, so I probably wouldn't do anything. Okay, one more Aussie in, and this I like. Down, sideways, up, big departure, 2 times the size of the area. If we look here as well, we're kind of poking into the buy zone here, and then price is having a big departure. We're actually eating away at this monthly supply. Looks like we're going to manage to move through there. Also, notice that the price came down there when it came back immediately. Well, immediately, within a few months, we're on the monthly chart. That's just showing us that we don't have a lot of selling interest at that level. So, buying lower at that daily area would be pretty good, I think. So, cool. I'm going to take these levels and I'll put them in the order section, and then we should be good to go.